Honda CEO just shut down production of electric vehicles, leaving everyone shocked and confused. CEO Toshihiro Mibe is fighting against the EV push, scrapping a $5 billion plan to produce EV. He thinks that EVs are not the future, and combustion engines should not be banned. While the EU has announced that all gas-powered cars will get banned by 2035, Honda has a revolutionary solution that will let you keep your ICE vehicles forever. But why is Honda CEO going against electrification? Why are EVs in low demand right now? And what exactly caused Honda to break a $5 billion plan to build EVs? You thought Honda was doing well, but trust me, you don't know anything yet. So here's what exactly happened. In an unexpected twist that left everyone in disbelief, Honda has just shut down all projects to make EV. Honda and GM have announced roughly a year and a half ago that they'd be joining hands to bring out EVs that were cost-effective, hoping to set a price point below $30,000. These vehicles, leveraging GM's advanced Ultium battery tech, were scheduled to debut by 2027 and were planned to include compact crossover vehicles. But now, due to low demand for EVs and thousands of EVs simply eating dust, Honda has just pulled out of this deal. This decision came a mere 18 months after they announced their partnership, and it seems the market conditions are to blame. But why don't people want to buy EVs? Well, first, you have the high cost. With the average EV costing nearly $50,000, companies have left no choice for the middle class except to buy cheaper gas vehicles. Another big issue with EVs right now is the lack of infrastructure. CEO Toshihiro Mibe said, "We feel there's a rush to electrification, particularly after Mr. Biden took office. The charging infrastructure is not at a place that it needs to be for our customers, so we don't want to focus too much effort into it right now and wear ourselves out." Many American brands like Ford and GM have cried to cash in on the EV boom, producing thousands of EVs. But now, even they are struggling to make sales. GM is under a massive loss, and Ford's EV division will cost a projected loss of $4.5 billion this year. This isn't the only EV initiation Honda is rethinking. They have been rethinking their entire EV strategy, adjusting production targets and delaying the launch of some EV models. Instead of following the EV trend, Honda is working on a different type of fuel that no one else even thought of. More of that in a couple of minutes. The initial agreement between General Motors and Honda was made in April of the previous year. This vision was to create a new line of cost-effective EVs, potentially producing millions of these vehicles from 2027. With GM's Ultium battery technology in the batteries. But the story doesn't end there. Both GM and Ford have also felt similar tremors in the EV landscape. Amid labor strikes and evolving demand patterns, the automobile behemoth has decided to slow down its EV production. Instead of forging ahead, they've pushed their manufacturing targets to 2025, which is estimated to save the company a whopping $1.5 billion in the next year. Though GM had ambitious plans of selling 400,000 EVs in North America by mid-2024, recent developments like delays in EV truck production and weaker interest in electric trucks have compelled them to stick to combustion engines only. Mary Barra, GM CEO, in her third quarter letter emphasized the focus on moderating the acceleration of EV production in North America while aiming for better profitability and cost effectiveness. Ford is grappling with an even bigger crisis. Not only are they losing nearly $3,000 on every EV sold, but their dealers are also screwing them. Think about it yourself. Would you be willing to pay nearly $7,000 to $8,000 extra quoted as dealer adjustment on an electric pickup that already sold at $50,000? John Lawler, Ford's CFO, said, "Given the changing EV market, we are being careful about our production and adjusting future capacity to match market demand better. People are not paying as much as we expected them to," Lawler said. Interestingly, Ford had previously set an ambitious goal to manufacture 2 million EVs by 2026, but with the recent decision to halt investments and the cautious tone being adopted by all companies, it's clear that the industry is in a phase of re-evaluation. But if you thought low demand was the only reason Honda is going against EVs, then wait till you hear this. In an era where electric vehicles, or EVs, are touted as the future of transportation, Honda CEO Toshihiro Mibe has hated EVs for years now. His controversial statements have not only raised eyebrows, but have also hinted at an alternate route Honda might be considering. While major auto brands are heading full throttle into the EV race, Mibe said, "Our goal is to achieve carbon neutrality, not build EVs. EVs. He further emphasized the potential longevity of combustion engines, indicating they might still be around in 2040. When asked about where he stands on EVs versus gas cars, he said, "Well, being an auto lover myself, I have to separate my personal interests from what's good for the company." Mibe's personal journey in engine development adds another layer to the story. Having spent over 30 years in engine development, he confessed, "I've been in the engine development business for more than 30 years, so personally, it's a little threatening." Honda is a brand that wants its customers to have a choice. Instead of letting the political leaders tell us what cars you should drive, Honda believes it's you who should be in charge. Honda's target of delivering 2 million EVs by 2030 comes with a caveat. Mibe opined that different countries might need different solutions. Using Japan as an example, he highlighted the aftermath of a significant earthquake, which led to increased fossil fuel consumption. In such scenarios, hybrids, he believed, could be more effective in reducing CO2 emissions. But there's some good news too. Honda is not just sitting idle and shying away from EVs. Instead, they are making something that could destroy the entire industry. Amidst the EV chaos, e-fuels have emerged as a beacon of hope for combustion engines. Honda is working on a new hydrogen fuel that will be compatible with all ICE cars and will reduce emissions by 90%. This could mean that you will get to keep your gas cars for longer without having to worry about any bans. Brands like BMW, Porsche, and Ferrari have also been working in alternative fuels so that they can save combustion engines from dying. Despite Honda's skepticism in hydrogen combustion, a technology they deemed filled with difficult technological challenges, the company remains optimistic about fuel cell electric vehicles, or FCEVs. These vehicles, like the Honda FCX Clarity, use hydrogen to produce electricity on board. You should also know that EVs are not as green as everyone makes them to be. EVs, while promising zero tailpipe emissions, aren't as eco-friendly as they seem. The environmental cost of producing an EV is reportedly 60% higher in terms of CO2 emissions compared to conventional petrol cars. This is largely due to the environmental and human cost of extracting minerals like lithium, cobalt, and nickel. Moreover, the rare earth materials used for these EVs also increase our dependency on countries like China, which control the major supply. Honda's EV strategy is evident in their forthcoming models like the Honda Prologue and Acura ZDX. While these are built on GM's Ultium EV platform and might be more affordable than competitors, Honda has plans for even smaller, more affordable cars by 2026. However, an electric version of the iconic Honda Civic will not be coming, as Honda is not ready to go all electric yet. Honda's vision is clear: adapt, innovate, and lead. They may not be diving headfirst into the EV pool, but their strategy indicates a broader, more holistic approach to the future of transportation. They are investing heavily in their local plants here in the US so that they can lower the price of their cars and make them more affordable. Honda in October 2022 unveiled a massive $700 million investment strategy focused on retooling several of its existing auto and powertrain plants. They are increasing production of hybrids and internal combustion cars in facilities like Ohio, Indiana, Georgia, and Alabama. While Honda is actively gearing up for an electrified future, it's also aware of the current market demand. The company has committed to maintaining its production of internal combustion engines, or ICE vehicles, and hybrid electric vehicles, anticipating continued customer demand through 2030 and potentially beyond. This strategy not only caters to ongoing market needs, but also ensures the financial stability required to fund its ambitious electrification plans. But in the face of increasing global pressure to reduce carbon emissions, Honda has set a target to become carbon neutral by 2050. The roadmap to this carbon neutrality, as articulated by Honda's top leadership, isn't exclusively electric. Mibe's statement, "Our goal is to achieve carbon neutrality, not to manufacture EVs," encapsulates the essence of Honda's approach. Yet it's also worth highlighting that Honda's deliberative approach might stem from its broader vision. Honda's Mobile Power Pack E exemplifies their unique take. This concept revolves around interchangeable battery packs that can be used across a wide range of products, from cars to motorcycles to lawnmowers. The idea is to avoid the creation of single-purpose battery packs, aligning with the broader theme of sustainability and efficient resource utilization. Honda and Sony have also announced a partnership to launch a new electric vehicle, or EV, in the US by the end of 2025, marking the establishment of the Sony Honda Mobility Incorporation, or SHM. This new venture, operating under the ethos of driving innovation with diverse inspiration, emphasizes online transactions with first deliveries expected in the US by spring 2026. SHM's first EV's concept will be defined by three principles: autonomy, augmentation, and affinity. This indicates the car will have autonomous driving capabilities and aims to offer unique user experiences, potentially integrating with the multiverse. In related developments, Honda is rekindling its iconic Prelude, but with a hybrid twist. Initially expected to be an all-electric vehicle, the Prelude concept unveiled at the 2023 Tokyo Auto Show surprised audience with its hybrid powertrain. This move raises questions about Honda's commitment to electric sports cars in the future. Furthermore, Honda is set to commence US production of its new fuel cell electric vehicles, or FCEV, in 2024, based on the all-new Honda CR-V model. This vehicle combines plug-in and FCEV technology, allowing for both EV drivers in cities and fast hydrogen refueling for extended trips. These developments showcase Honda's proactive approach to electrification and its commitment to diverse, sustainable mobility solutions. One thing is clear: Honda does not want combustion engines to die. But what do you think? Are EVs the only answer to clean mobility? Let me know down in the comments below, and while you're at it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching!